Hi all, hope everyone are fine. All your families are safe. We'll start with chapter 3 now, which is conduct of an event. First, we'll see what event schedule is all about. Event schedule is scheduling the date for an event and followed by certain steps. First step comes like this: you will have to schedule an event. Once your customers enter to your office, and when at the time he gives a contract, and he and yourself will sit and schedule a date for the event. Following to that, you will have to plan an event according to the preference theme of the customer. And whatever you have planned and finalized with your customers, always plan has to be in a written form, which will also helps you to go through the plan when you have missed something, which will again add up to your checklist. Together with this, it will also again act as a document. So all your plan which has finalized with your customers has to be in a written form. You will have to put it always in a written form. Following to that, your plan should have a proposed objective. Proposed objective is, say for example, the event has to go as per the agreed theme. It has to go on the certain date. It has to go on the certain time. The profit margin what you will have to reach it. You will have to keep your customers happy. All these are the certain objectives. And again, the objectives for each event is different. And next is sequence. Sequence is, you will have a step by step to follow to make event successful. You cannot make all the steps bulge together, and you cannot be under confusion. You being an event manager, you will have to schedule it properly, prepare the plan properly, where your plan goes step by step, and according to the plan your work has to be carried out, which is called a sequence. And this is all about event schedule. And next is event organization chart. Not only event organization, any organization you go, you will have an organization structure, organization chart, or a hierarchy structure. Any organization you go, you will have it. First comes is a leader who is called advisor. Under advisor, you will have a chairman. Under chairman, you will have an event manager. Under event manager, team leaders will be there. That is team leader who will take care of finance, who will take care of sponsorship, who will take care of marketing and promotion, and next is who will take care of logistics, and who will take care of food and beverages. All these team leaders to be monitored by the event manager. Event manager to report the progress of the event to chairman. If any advice is required, or any changes or suggestion is required, chairman in written will go for a suggestions of the advisor. This is how the event organization chart flows. Under these, finance team leader, sponsorship team leader, marketing and promotion leader, they will have a different team members. I have given you the chart in the notes. You just go through and you will get to know what exactly is. This is all about event organization charts, and this is all easy, you can understand. And next is a very important thing is for an event manager is assigning responsibility to his team members, and always keeping his team members to be motivated to work towards a common goal. A very important thing here is assigning a goal to your team members. Say for example, you are an event manager. All the work only a single person cannot do. Say for example, you have a various work in an event, which is catering, which is a security check, which is hosting a guest, which is taking care of a transportation, taking care of parking, taking care of decoration, taking care of anchoring, taking care of themes, taking care of food. These are the different certain responsibility you have it. So all the responsibilities cannot be fulfilled by a single person. Hence, the responsibilities has to be assigned to the different team leaders. Say for example, you have some 10 works in your event. First one is, you will have to divide the work. That is, food is of a different session, security check is of a different session, parking is of different, theme is of different, cake is of different, costume designing is different, choreography is different. Altogether you will have to divide it for each work, and this is the first step where you will divide a work. And next step is, for each work you will have to nominate, or you will have to choose a team leader where he will be leading his team members. In return, he will report the progress of each work to you, and you will have to nominate, or you will have to select a team leader, which is called under the control of team leaders. And next step followed is second step, you are nominating a team leader. Third step, the team leader will always keep his team members active or motivated towards working to a common goals. Common goal is, say for example, I am into a food department. My common goal is to see that no guest goes under a shortage of food, no guest written without food. Quality of food is again, to maintain a quality of food is again a common goal. If food has to be served at 1 o'clock, it has to be served exactly, the food has to be ready at 1 o'clock. These are the common goals. My department, my session, I have to work under a common goal, and this has to be taken care by a team leader. Followed to that, coordination. Here coordination comes by the team leader of all the department. Team leaders of all the department is team leader of catering, team leader of stage, team leader of security check, team leader of parking, team leader of stage decoration. All these team leaders have to coordinate each other to get to know the progress of the event, which is called coordination. And lack of coordination might make the event failure. So coordination is equally important. This is all about assigning responsibility. First you will have to divide the work. After dividing, for each work a team leader has to be nominated. Team leader always keeps his team members motivated to work towards a common goals. When the work is going on, all the team leaders has to coordinate themselves to get to know the progress of the event. And if we have to proceed, it's checklist. Checklist is all about, checklist doesn't go in a prescribed format. Checklist always go through a comfort format. Either it might be through in a vertical format or a horizontal format, अथवा you might take it in row format, अथवा you might take it in a column format. Any format you are comfortable with. Checklist exactly looks like this. You take a view on an image. Checklist looks like this. Now we'll see what is checklist is all about. Checklist is a comprehensive list of steps to be taken in a specific order. You will have to jot down the points, what work has to be done first and what comes under the last. Say for example, this is a sheet of paper. I am preparing a checklist. You will have to jot down the point based on the preference. Say for example, first point, first is you will have to order a food. Why? Because this is the first preference. You will have to order a food earlier. Why? Because your caterer has to buy provisions, has to store it, and has to make some prior arrangements. What and all has to be done. And next is you will have to book a venue where the event is going on. Why? Because you will have to book, your dates are already blocked and you will know that the event is going to take place on a certain date. So you will have to book in prior. If you don't book it, some other event management company might come and book the venue for their event. Then you will be in a trouble. So this is how the points of the checklist goes. First preference point will come first and least preference comes at last. It should be prepared with care and caution. It has to be prepared with care and caution, as only necessary points has to be included. If the unnecessary points is included, you will be under confusion. When you are under confusion, you will lead your team members to be confused. So only necessary points has to be included. Checklist always helps to track the progress. See, if we won't prepare a checklist, though if we are in a confidence that we remember everything, it does not work, because we are a humans and it's a human error to forget. Any one minute thing we will forget. So it's better we will have to jot down all the points on a checklist, which helps us to track the progress on each aspect. How much work has completed, how much is left, by what date the remaining work would be completed, is there any disturbance caused for any work. This is what tracking the progress is all about. Next is helps to ensure to complete the forgotten task. As I said, human error is forgetting. So when you jot down the points on the checklist, you will not forget any single task also, and hence everything will be completed. All the possible information has to be included. That's again which caterer, which venue hall, who is a security agency, who is a parking agency, who is a guest coming, what is the number of audience, what is the ticket fare, is the ticket sold online or offline. This sort of information has to be included. This is all about checklist. And again, if we proceed, we will have different types of checklist. Types of checklist goes like this. You will have to prepare one checklist 3 or 4 months before the event, and next is 2 to 3 months before the event, 6 weeks before the event, 4 weeks before the event, 2 weeks before the event, 1 week before the event, 24 hours before the event, at the day of the event, and after completion of event. I have given assignment on this. Hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, please get back to me. And next is computer aided event management. Computer aided event management is all about installing IT facilities in your event, in all the work, which will make your work easier in event. We will see this in next class, computer aided event management. First you go through event scheduling, assigning the responsibility and checklist. We will start computer aided event management next class. Okay, hope you have all have understood. If you have any doubts, please get back to me.